Is Enzo Maresca unhappy at Chelsea? Yes, that is a huge question. After the interview, after the game against Everton, Enzo Maresca had an interview, and this is what he has to say. He said some certain things, but this is what the media picked from it. He said, "Was 48 hours since I joined the club because people didn't support me or the team in general. I love the fans and we are very happy with the fans." Okay, now this is what comes with you being the head coach or the manager of a very big club like Chelsea. To me, I would say he's feeling the heat already. He's feeling what it takes to be a head coach of a very big club. Remember, before he came to Chelsea, he was coaching Manchester City under 23. Then he went to Leicester City, in which he qualified for he won. I think he won the championship, and Chelsea got him last season. He did well in his first season. He won the Conference League, he won the Club World Cup, and also qualified for the Champions League. To me, I think that is absolutely no-brainer, for your first season being a coach of Chelsea, despite, having too much experience coming from, Leicester City being just the head coach in just one full season, and, coming to Chelsea, having done this. I think that was a very, very good season. Now, let's get into it. Now, I think the pressure is mounting. Not for the fact that you're not doing well as a coach in Chelsea. Now, there are certain factors why you have felt it in the last 48 hours. First of all, you are in a club where winning trophies is paramount. Winning games is important. Now, there's a level, or there's a limit you get to. Losing games or dropping points to low-level teams is really not acceptable. Now, let's talk about the last 48 hours, or before the last 48 hours. When Chelsea won against Barcelona, you could see the praise. You could see the fans were rejoicing. Everybody was happy, with you beating Barcelona. When you drew against Arsenal with 10 men, everybody was behind you. So many fans were praising Maresca. So many fans were happy with Maresca. So many fans love what you did, picking up a point against, Arsenal with a 10-man team. That is a very good one. Now, where fans were actually upset, was the inconsistency after those beautiful performances. Now, after that, you went over to lose against Leeds United, a team who came from the Championship. Now, before that Leeds United, remember, you already lost to Brighton at home, 3-1. And you lost to a team who came from the Championship, again at home, to Sunderland. So those levels of inconsistency is what drives the fans crazy. You lost against Leeds United away from home. A Leeds United team who came from the Championship. A Leeds United team that has been losing back-to-back games, even at home. It was against Chelsea they picked form, and they also picked a point against Liverpool at home. Why? Because of the confidence gotten from the Chelsea's game. What happened with the game against Bournemouth? Chelsea drew blank, couldn't even get a goal against a Bournemouth team that have not won in 5 games. Just a draw or 2. So you could see, once these fans will be upset, that is a normal thing, because Chelsea is not Leicester City. Chelsea is a very, very big team. The pressure will be there. The fans will come on you. It is a normal thing. So these are some of the things you need to expect as a coach coaching a club like Chelsea. Now, he was trying to downplay it, saying it's not about the fans. We love the fans. It's not about the fans. It's about people from the club. See, Maresca, you will face this kind of things. Now, let's talk about what happened last year, December. When it got to December, Chelsea collapsed. Who was the head coach then? Maresca. Towards Christmas period and all of that, Chelsea collapsed totally. It was true. I don't know what the motivation was that Chelsea even had to qualify for Champions League. On the very last day, it was very close. Alright, so Maresca needs to understand that he's in a club where everything he does will be scrutinized. from the changes he makes to how he motivates the team to the kind of results he gets, it will be scrutinized. Now, last week against Atalanta in the Champions League was where all these things started, where you had to play two right back in midfield. How can you have an Estava on the bench, a Santos on the bench, a Bonanote on the bench, and you're playing Malo Gusto at the number 10 row? At the number 10 row, is that not crazy? See, when Malo Gusto played in his rightful position against Everton, he got a goal, he got an assist. Perfect. He played in his rightful position. Now, even if he wants to invert, it is allowed. But putting a Malo Gusto at the number 10 position is crazy. So when you make those kind of risks, when you play those kind of risks, as a coach, and it doesn't work out for you, expect the criticisms, because it will always come. Those are what you get for taking a risk that it is not normal in football. So you now saying it has been your worst 48 hours as a coach in Chelsea, you have to expect more of this. Because one of the things that makes you one of the best coaches out there is this criticism. Pep Guardiola got criticized last season during September to December or September to January, in which he was losing games of fun. Both in the Champions League, both in the Premier League, he was losing games. He got really criticized. Fans turned on him despite him winning majority of trophies that he has actually competed in, since he came to the Premier League, breaking records here and there. In football as a coach, right? Your last game is as good, or how do they even say it? Your game, your previous game is as good as how you are as a coach, or you are as good as your previous game as a coach. So if you want those continuous praise, if you want those continuous backing as a coach, you need to be consistent. You need to make the right calls when making those changes. You need to be there as a coach. It's not like you winning a game and you going 3 games off. You winning 2 games and you losing games to teams ordinarily that you should have picked up points from. Chelsea is not always going to play against Arsenal and Barcelona. Chelsea will play against this smaller team. So when you are off against this smaller team, when you get lost against this smaller team, when you can't manage a game or you can't manage a team against those teams, when you try to make sure this team is not a 1-man team or a 2-man team, the fans will be on you, or will be for you. The fans will be positive with you. But when you make the team look like a Caicedo and a Palmer's team only, and if those guys are not available, the team perform badly the way the style of play is. See, there's a limit, or there's a way you make an effort as a coach, and the fans will be for you. The fans will support you. But there's what you do as a coach. The fans will start thinking that, did you really get your coaching license? So you have to forget the fact that you won the Club World Cup and the Conference League, because those days or those trophies are not what you are competing for this time around. You've not gotten it yet. Or I would say those trophies are last year. It's a new slate. You will not always be judged on what you've won. Even Guardiola is not always judged on what he has won. He's judged on the present. I'm making so many calls with Guardiola just because of the fact that you worked under him. He's one of the greatest coaches out there. If he is still criticized, then why not you, Maresca? I understand you were so emotional after the win against Everton. The win against Everton was a no-brainer. Chelsea needed to have won that game. Chelsea must win that game. And yes, Chelsea did. So you have the right to say anything you want to say. But what I'm trying to say is you must expect this kind of criticisms every single time. Every single time, both from pundits, from fans, from sporting directors, from owners, from players, whoever is going to criticize you, you should expect this kind of thing, because it will always come. This is what makes you the best coach out there. This is what makes you an A-list coach. This is what makes you, coaching A big club like Chelsea, the pressure will always be there. Just as how the players feel pressured while playing for a club like Chelsea, as a coach, you should feel pressured also. If Chelsea can let go of a coach like Tuchel, then why not Maresca? Why not the pressure on Maresca? I'm not saying Chelsea should sack Maresca, no. But I'm saying that in the world of football, as a coach coaching Chelsea, if a coach like Tuchel, who won the Champions League for Chelsea, under strange circumstances, was then fired, fans turned on him at some point, playing Austin Odoi as left wing back, playing players in playing Pulisic left wing back, right wing back. If that kind of coach can get sacked for Chelsea, then you should be ready for criticisms as well. It's a saying that if you want to go far in football, if you want to go higher, these are the kind of things you would face. You will cross the difficult hurdles. And that is how we think in world football. So, for Maresca, I understand very well. I understand his frustration. But you are not always judged on what you've won. You are judged with your last game. And that is how it is in football. But let me know what you think concerning Maresca's press conference and what he had to say. By the way, it was a very brilliant performance from Chelsea. The boys did very well, keeping a clean sheet at home, and Cole Palmer coming back, starting a game and scoring, which is a very, very good one. One thing I value and one thing I love about Maresca is how he manages injuries. Look at how Fofana is playing. Look at how Reece James has not gone on injury in a long period of time. I love that part about him. He knows how to manage injuries. Now, what I want more from Maresca is winning games. Winning those particular games that is winnable. There are some games that you know that this game is 50-50. There are games that you know that you stand a chance. But there are some games you know that you must win. You must win these kind of games. Look at the Sunderland, the Brighton, and also, the game against Leeds United. Those games are winnable games. Those games are 3 points and you should have won that game. So if you don't win games like that, you should expect criticism. That is what I think. But let me know what you think concerning this. Share your thoughts in the comment section. Please subscribe to this channel. Please, if you're new to this channel, hit the subscribe button, like this video, share this video. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Until I come your way again next time, I remain your boy Mike. Stay cool. Cheers.